Hello everyone, and welcome to Automotive History through Diecast. Before I start my video today, I'd like to ask everyone to please like and subscribe. My videos have gotten a lot more views than I have subscribers, so I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button. One of our subscribers asked for me to show my Fox bodies, Mustangs, and I thought, man, that's going to be a short video. I don't think I have many. But I looked into it, and I have a decent amount. Then I was like, well, I'm a GM guy. I don't know much about Fox bodies, so I did a little research, and it's kind of interesting because there is no Fox body. It's kind of a name that was given to this Mustang. Internally, Ford called it the Fox platform, and it was for their car line. The Mustang was the smallest car on that platform, but they had the Ford Fairmount, they had some Mercurys on it. Basically, it was the same chassis for all these vehicles. It's very common for manufacturers to do that. It's going to be even more common because that's how they're going to build electric cars. They're going to build the batteries in the frame, and then they're just going to slap different bodies on them. So why is it called Fox body then? I think the best explanation or way it got to Fox body is GM calls their Camaro and Firebird F bodies. It was built at the F plant. So since this was a Fox platform and GM uses Fox body, I think that's how the two came together. So here's the RLC membership one. I have two of these, so I do have one open. The one in the background is the Cobra R. I only have one of those, so that is not open. Then I have this beautiful teal one. I believe this was from Fast and Furious. It's really, really nice. Nice appropriate wheels. But I'm doing this backwards. Let me start back here. So the Fox body or the Fox platform started in 79 and I believe went to 93. They say it went beyond because they wanted to go front wheel drive with the Mustang, just like the rest of their cars, and keep building all their cars on one platform. But I guess a lot of enthusiasts wrote in and said that they would not buy a front-wheel drive Mustang, and they wanted the Mustang to be kept rear-wheel drive. So they ran it a couple more years on the Fox platform with the new body style, and so they made a new chassis for it. Now, I think to understand the whole American market, you have to realize there is one group of people that's all the American market sells to just very recently, and that's the baby boomer. It is the largest generation of consumers. It's what the car market has always followed. So when the Mustang was new, those baby boomers were either just coming from the war or were just starting to drive. That generation is over 10 years, so you can have a 16-year-old and you can have a 6-year-old. So it followed for a long time. So how does the Fox body fit in that? Well, the Fox body, the baby boomers were starting their careers, starting their families. They were doing pretty well. The gas crisis was over, 80s, the market started picking up. And they had households where only one person had to work. So what they would do is they would buy a Dodge Caravan or a Ford minivan for the wife to carry the kids around, but the husband didn't need a full-size vehicle to carry the kids around because he was at work. So he would buy something two-door. Well, they would remember being 16 and having a Mustang or wanting a Mustang. So they would go look at stuff like this. This was the, I believe, the Super Treasure Hunt. This one isn't. I just put some wheels on it. But that's what, so most households had a minivan and some kind of two-door. Because even though the gas crisis was over, they were still really worried that it could come back. So they only bought big cars if they had to. And then through the years, as they knew the gas crisis was over and that the economy was good, Ford started building V8 versions of the Fox body and really came into themselves in the late 80s, early 90s, when they offered the LX and the GT package with the 5.0. Most of these vehicles I have are M2s or Johnny Lightnings. I really like the paint schemes or the decos that they have more than Hot Wheels. So this also carries on, I know it's not about the Fox body, but this is explaining why the Mustang's always been relevant. So if you notice, the new generation of Mustangs, they went with the retro look. Well, now the baby boomer's older, has financially stable, and is feeling nostalgic and is buying the Mustangs that they wish they had or did have. And that's the reason you're seeing a lot of the traditional names coming back, like the Mach 1 or the Dodge Demon or the ZL1. All the traditional 60s and 70s names are coming back because the baby boomers remember those. So if you look at any of the American market cars, it's always found the baby boomer. Now this one here, I believe the Mustang Hunter has called the ugliest Mustang Hot Wheels has made. I would have to agree with him. Got a couple more. I got this white one. It's kind of a flat white. And then I have this yellow one with the 5.0 on it. So like I said, growing up I was a GM guy, but as I get older I've learned to appreciate all kinds of vehicles, and I do appreciate the Mustangs. And probably the Fox body is one of my favorites because of, I was a child when, you know, these came out. That's what I would see on the street and dream about. They were pretty quick, and it was kind of a status to have them. So that's my little presentation about the Fox body Mustang, and I appreciate you watching. Like I said, if you could please subscribe, I'd appreciate that. Hit the like button, and I will see you on the next one.